everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Oh my god, you guys, it has been a long day, a long week. We've had a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot going on behind the scenes of this channel, changing things, elevating for the new year, film setup, all kinds of nonsense. I am currently off from school until the end of the month, so I'm trying to really catch up on content, not work myself too hard because I'm trying to also consider it's my break, but still definitely want to just do what I do and what I've been doing for the kids. We are doing a reorganization of my face palettes. Yes, I will be talking through all of you lovely people through my face palette collection as I organize the mess of a drawer that it is. I had filmed content for this video months ago, so you might notice that I don't think you can really see me in the video anyway, but it's definitely, just keep in mind it was filmed months ago and I'm just now getting around to actually having time to editing it. I don't even know if this is how it is now. It's probably not. It probably needs to be organized again and I should probably just refilm this whole thing. But I think you'll still definitely get something from it. Let's get into the video. Okay, hello everyone. I am so sorry for having a little bit of the tripod in the frame. I have been literally trying to get this camera to stay in this position, or a position I could like show this properly for like a good 30 minutes. I think this is the best we're gonna get, so we're going with it, okay? So here on this side, I have all of my face palettes. So highlighter palettes, blush palettes, contour palettes. I also have face paint palettes in here. And yes, I think that's everything that is in this drawer. Oh my god, I was looking for this for a long time. I did not know it was in here. I'm really happy I found this. This is gonna change my life. Anyway, okay, so I pointed my studio light over here so we have better lighting. So what I'm gonna do is just take everything out. So what I usually do, ooh, what is that? That is actually just part of the desk, like the paint that chipped off. This is the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment in the shade blue. And this is in here because I don't really know where else to put it. I mean, it is kind of like a face paint, and this is where my face paints go. I do have like single face paints in here as well. This product is terrible. I'm gonna pull... This color is terrible. However, this color, the same product, only in white, is amazing. I love this. I use it all the time. So it's just one of those situations of one shade is just works and one doesn't. So I guess just sort of inconsistencies with the colors. Every time I use this, I regret it, and then I have to usually grab something else. Really pigmented and it layers nicely. Sorry, I'm getting on track. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet. I'm gonna put it here for now. So I think I'm gonna try to do contour blush highlight is how I had it before. Here I have a highlighter palette. This is the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighter palette. Metal Crush Extreme highlighter palette. It has really pretty shades of the Metal Crush highlighter formula. We have Rose Shock, we have Helix, and we have Gamma Ray. They're just very beautiful, like, not holographic, but very like iridescent shimmers. They're very intense in their color pigment. It's not like a sheer wash of color, like it is the color that it is in the pan. It is on the glittery side. I know not everyone likes that. I personally don't mind it. I love little micro glitter. Y'all will probably know what this is, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. Mine is very used. I remember I used to use this to like just put on as foundation, like the highlight shades. I'd wear them as foundation and then contour. That is like why it is so used. I don't use it much anymore. It's kind of on the older side. I might consider tossing it. I don't use it so much. I might try to use it one more time, and if it like breaks me out, that's it, she gotta go. But this is a contour, so we're gonna put it over there. I put like face paints, I think, with the highlighters, but we'll see. This is the Matter Ultimate Fix for Men. You guys might have seen me do a Instagram ad for this product. It was sent to me last year. It is a really great, handy palette. It's designed for men, but anyone can use it. Makeup's for everyone. It is marketed towards men though. It has foundation colors and then it has darker colors. Well, these can be foundation colors for deeper skin tones, but they could also be like contour colors if you are lighter like me. And then we also have different brow shades. We have black, blonde, brown, and gray. So the 4 tones that like most people's eyebrows would fall into. And it's really great. You can see I used it quite a bit. Hit pan on many of the colors. Hold it up a little bit. But anyway, this follows in like the contour category, so I'll put it over there. Another highlight palette, and this is kind of actually similar to the Metal Crush now that I look at it. Different colors, and they don't have as much glitter. I didn't say what it was. This is the Collab Face and Eye Highlighting Palette. It has a really beautiful like gold shade. It kind of reminds me of that like trophy wife color. You know, that like sunshine gold highlight from Fenty Beauty that everyone was like obsessed with? It kind of gives similar vibes to that. This is really nice. It's a blush on me. And these colors do not have names at all. They don't even have numbers. This you're going to be very familiar with. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This is the Aurora Glow Kit. I used to love this, and I might try to get back into it again. Like the shade Luna. Perfect for fair skin tones like me. Oh my god. Like obsessed. And just has a lot of really cool colors, different monochromatic tones that would like go with different eye looks of the same color. If that makes sense. Oh, I also have like lip palettes in here because I mean they're palettes and you know this is like the palette drawer. And this is the Aesthetica Contour Series. I love this. This is really good. There were liners in here, but they're all in my like liner cup over there. But you can say I use this quite a bit. It has darker color like a burgundy, a red, more like hot pink, and then we have like nudes over here, like a more like glossy like pale nude, and then a more like brownie nude, and a white color for highlighting, but it's more like a iridescent sheen of a white. This is like incredible. It's a really good formula too, like they last pretty good for cream lipsticks. This is one of my pride and joys. I absolutely love this. I will never part with this. Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. When I first saw Natasha Denona, I was like, why the is this so expensive? But then I started using it and I kind of understand. These are really good quality. The way this palette is designed is amazing because you have the powder products here, a diamond powder, which is like a glittery sort of highlight that adds like a micro glitter, a luminous sort of blush, and a more like, just like a standard like sheen of a highlight. These are creams, and it has a cover to protect the creams so they stay more fresh and they don't like mix with the powders and get messy. So that's really great. It's great technology. I use this all the time. I'm obsessed with it. Like, oh, obsessed. It comes with me traveling. It's so good. Okay, this is definitely gonna have to retire soon. This is the NYX contour palette. It is mangled. The cover is completely broken. Look at how freaking used this is, you guys. Like, I've had this for a long time. Don't reach for it as much because I'm just like, it's the one. This one might need to be getting ready to retire soon. It's pretty mangled, I'm not gonna lie. Do you guys have issues like letting go of your makeup? I'm someone who's very like, use everything until it's up. And I know a lot of people feel that way too. I mean, especially if it's something you spent money on, like you want to use it up and get your money's worth. So it's like, I will use a palette until like it is gone. Like literally, no matter how old it is, which is not great. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I don't really experience myself using older makeup and like breaking out or having like a skin irritation from it. Another one of my pride and joys. Look at how used up this is. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. It has 3 of the ambient lighting powders in it. These are almost like hybrids of face powder and highlighters. They do, you can see this is very used. They do have a sheen, but it's very subtle. Like, I mean very, very subtle. I'm not even gonna bother swatching it on camera because you honestly probably will not be able to see. It's really an in-person kind of thing. It makes your skin look airbrushed, flawless, like satin, gorgeous, stunning. This is the perfect highlighter for brides. I honestly use it as like under eye setting powder, and I just feel like it makes my under eye look so plump and luscious and just smooth and soft. Love these. They're so expensive, but they're so worth it. Here's another lip palette. Also mangled, broken. This is the Catrice Lip Artist Pro palette, and if it looks familiar, that's because it's a straight up dupe of the Anastasia lip palette. I'm not sure if that's still available, because that's like I'll have to check and see if it's still available. But it is like the same thing, like it's the same colors. And this is very good. It's more of like a stiffer cream, but it's still creamy. And it has good pigment. There are some colors I haven't even touched in here, just because like, I feel like, honestly, when I go for colors like this, like a purple or a red, I never use a cream lipstick. I'll always go for a liquid, because those dry down matte, and these colors, like when they transfer, it gets really messy. I feel like the nudes is typically when I use my cream lipstick. So that's why you might see like in these palettes, like these like brighter like purples and reds are like basically untouched. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna turn the AC off because it's gonna cut too much noise. I used to use this like in my kit, but now I can't. Like it's mangled. It's not sanitary to have a cover that comes off like this. It come off like in the bag. So I do not ever use older makeup on clients. Clients get new, fresh, you know, stuff within their expiration period. I do not put expired makeup on clients. Ever. I only use it on myself because, you know, I'm willing to risk myself, but I'm not willing to risk another person because that's not cool. Okay, so this palette, I'm going to show it really quickly. I do not support this brand anymore. So I'm not going to go into this, and we're just going to kind of put it away. This, I think, was sent to me in a BoxyCharm. And I was like, I never used anything from Pure before, but this is actually really good. This is the Pure Highlight and Contour Palette. It has 2 nice contour colors and 2 highlighters, one more of like a beigey gold and one more of like a peach. These contour colors are honestly very dark. They're a little too dark for me. Like, I actually never use this one because it looks way too dark and it looks like a poopy streak. And when I do use this one, I have to use a very light hand or it's too much. So I have to be very careful when I use this. I think these contour colors are just meant for someone with deeper skin than me. But the highlights are really beautiful and they work really nice. This palette is really cool. I mean, it looks cool just from like the packaging alone. This is the Naked Cosmetics Holographic Highlighter Collection. It is a palette of straight up holographic highlighters, different colors. You have pink, you have like orangey red, you have purple, you have green, you have yellow, you have blue. Love this. These are so beautiful. These don't have any glitter at all in them. They look kind of like those Kat Von D highlighters, but there's no glitter in these. Like, this is just a straight up sheen, a spotlight. Makes your skin look wet and dewy, but still let the chromatic color. I love, love, love these. This palette, I think I did a whole Instagram reel on this year because I discovered this palette recently and I really like it. The Pixie and Hello Kitty Chrome Glow palette. So these are highlighters and it's a bunch of highlighters. They're mostly pink in like the pink family, and then there's like a couple like a more like peachy, and then there's this yellow one right here. So I have this technique, and this is a technique that I use especially when I'm in a rush or getting ready, where I will take a highlighter that's just like this, that's like a pinky tone. If you just take it on like a blush brush and just pack it on your cheek, it sort of blushes and highlights at the same time. So it's sort of doing your blush and a highlight at the same time, like a 2-in-1 step. That's like what I do like every day when I'm getting ready quickly and I just don't have time to do like all the motions. I'll usually grab this. I have like a couple of single blushes in that sort of tone that I use as well, but usually recently it's been this palette just because there's so many colors and I could just like experiment with the different ones. This is a really great formula. And it's Hello Kitty. I mean, hello. Highlighter. See, these are highlighters, but I kind of use them more like blushes, so I don't mind this being like in the blush section. This is the Kat Von D Fetish palette. You can't get these collections anymore, the Fetish collection. This is back from when Kat Von D still owned her brand. As you can see, it still says, it doesn't say KVD Beauty, it says Kat Von D, her old logo. But these Fetish collection, I have the eyeshadow palette and the face palette. They're both really good. I really like this one. This one just goes well with a lot of different looks, and it's very unique color. It's like an almost like orange sherbet color. So pretty. This is a really beautiful like pop of just like hot pink, and then this like Coven one is like a violet, which is really cool. I think violet blush is something that's very underrated and very pretty. This is really good, and I actually have been using this a lot also as cream to carve out my brows fairly recently. This is the Koki Cream Contour Palette. I use this when I do cream contour definitely more than the Anastasia one because this one it's newer. I haven't had it for as long. It's still pretty well used. It gives you a nice little contour guide there, which is really great for beginners. And these are really good creams, and this is a very affordable brand. I'm seeing it more and more in like CVS and other drugstores. I've tried other stuff that I liked. I think I've tried their concealer and I think I've liked it. I've definitely tried a couple of things from them. Let's see. Oh, I have this. This is a very random palette. I don't even know where it came from. This is the K Voss Blushing Beauty palette. Okay, so as I was saying, this is the K Voss Blushing Beauty Palette. It has like 3 peachy toned blushes in it. I'm still kind of deciding how I feel about this. I have to use it a little bit more. They have a little bit of a sheen to them as well, which is nice to give the skin like sort of a dewier look. This is the e.l.f. Runaway Ready Lip Palette, and this is sort of like very pigmented glosses, sort of cream lipstick kind of thing. I can't really decide if I love this or hate this or not, but it does have a nice array of tones, and e.l.f. is very affordable, so yeah. And this is, now we're getting into face paints, and this is my Mehron Paradise Paint Palette. These are water activated, you use water to activate them. Duh. These are also water activated. This is from Wolf Effects. These are very old. I've had these since like my college days. I don't even know if you can still get this anymore, but they are pretty good and definitely a little bit more affordable than like Mehron and Krylon. And then we have my Krylon Aqua Colors, and this palette is like something else. It looks like a freaking 5-year-old was face painting with it. It is an absolute mess, but I really love the Krylon Aqua Colors, also water activated. And this is the JCat Beauty Masterclass SFX palette. I am not a huge fan of this. So these are cream-based paints. They are already creamy. You don't need water to activate them. I just find them to be patchy and not super pigmented and just not as good as other cream products I've tried. This is my alcohol activated face palette, the Skin Illustrator SFX palette. And these are alcohol activated. You need 99% isopropyl alcohol to activate them. And these are good for like SFX things like painting on like bruises and veins. This is the Mehron Edge formula. This is a newer formula. It is also water activated, but it has some wax in it, making it more like long lasting and resistant to like washing out, and it's a really great formula. And this is my CC Beauty cream color palette, face palette. This is a dupe for the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I love those as well. Okay guys, so that was my palette collection. Hope you like what you saw. Hope you learned something. I know I tend to ramble a lot when I go through makeup and things. I'm just kind of in like my own little world, like, oh, you can use this. It's so beautiful on the lid with this, you know, like I don't shut the fuck up. So I'm really happy that I was able to share this with you guys. I know I did like a similar video like this years ago, just showing like that entire section, 2 drawers that I have, and it was really messy because I was like trying to like hold the camera while doing it, and I cannot hold the camera properly. I think a lot of us realize that by now, so it was just sort of shaking everywhere and messy, and I think I even got like hate comments on it saying like, this is a mess, you can't even see anything you're doing. I remember like a specific hate comment I got on that video, so it's a lot better this time. It's actually a hard sort of like angle to film at, which is part of the problem. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you like what you see. Share it to the world. Share it to the children. And I'll see you next time. Bye.